welcome from Knoxville, Tennessee. John Ferguson with Joe Dean. It's another Southeastern Conference basketball season, and beginning with a big game, the Kentucky Wildcats and the Tennessee Volunteers. Through the years, Joe, the Southeastern Conference has grown in stature in basketball to be one of the toughest and one of the best of all the basketball conferences in the country. And we have a lot of fine teams, a well-balanced league again this year, and the prospect for a very exciting basketball season. And it's just a great thing to start off here before another full house at Knoxville, Tennessee. And the people are excited here, and so are we as we're getting ready to start the 1980 season.
Kentucky's ranked number 2, but Tennessee is 3-0 in the league. And Tennessee, John, has won 8 out of the last 10 games with Kentucky. They beat him 3 times last year. All-American Reggie Johnson, disciplined, will not play for Tennessee today. Neither will Chuck Grease. Hopefully they'll be back maybe after the Florida game. Sometimes, though, John, that's a misconception. Kentucky didn't have Bowie or Minifield, and they took it to Notre Dame and freed them all in Louisville. Defense here will be the key. Both teams are tough. Both coaches teach it man-to-man as well as it can be taught. We'll watch it as we go along. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. Can't wait to get started. The game begins here at Knoxville, Tennessee in just a minute. The tip-off and the introduction of the players coming up after these messages. 6'8" from Sturgis, Kentucky, Fred Cowan. Also at forward from Denver, Colorado, standing 6'7", number 52, Levon Williams. At center, a freshman from Lebanon, PA, standing 7'1", number 31, Sam Bowie. At the guards for the Wildcats, first of all, at 6'1", from Lawrenceville, Illinois, number 25, Jay Scheidler. And from Peru, Indiana, standing 6'3", number 4, Kyle Macy. Coach Joe Hall and his staff. Now for the Tennessee Volunteers. At guard from Johnson City, Tennessee, standing 6'3", number 30, Gary Carter. Also at guard for Tennessee, number 10, standing 6'3", from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bert Bertelkamp. At forward, standing 6'10", from Trenton, Michigan, number 43, Kevin Nash. And at forward, from Collinsville, Illinois, standing 6'4", number 53, Steve Ray. And at center, from East Hampton, New York, standing 6 feet 7 inches, number 44, Howard Wood. And Coach Don DeVoe and his staff. Officials for today's game, referee Paul Galvin, he's on the left, Bobby Ola in the center, and Wally Tanner. The tip-off of today's game from Knoxville, Tennessee, coming up in just a minute after these messages. Of Kentucky and Nash of Tennessee will jump it. Paul Galvin will toss it up. Kentucky will shoot at our left basket, Tennessee at the right to start the game. Kentucky controls the tip, and Macy has the ball across the line, picked up by Gary Carter. Big battle for the ball and a foul against Carter.
Tennessee opened up like we thought, just straight basic man-to-man defense. Gary Carter is assigned to Kyle Macy.
Kyle Macy is the real leader for the Wildcats, averaging almost 16 points a game.
Don DeVoe came out of Ohio State. He was at DPI, Wyoming, Tennessee. Was with Bobby Knight at one time at West Point. Really can teach this game and is a tremendous defensive basketball coach. Good fundamentally.
Cowan will work the inbound play into Jay Scheidler. Jay Scheidler, in past years, has been the long-distance artist and can really pop him from way outside. That's Levon Williams, 52, and Scheidler in the corner. What about Tennessee's defense, Joe? A little interesting here to start the game.
It's sticky. They pick up well, help each other.
That's Macy. And Kentucky is ahead by 2. 2-0.
Pick him up. The defensive guy didn't step out far enough and quick enough to make the switch. Macy will wear you out from outside unless you get help against him.
Point guard Bert Bertelkamp for Tennessee. That's Nash to the ball, right in the keyhole, back to Bertelkamp. Kentucky in a man-to-man, back into Nash. And it's a tie game.
Nothing to it. They got it. Good penetration offensively by Bertelkamp. Kentucky Kentucky was man-to-man defensively. You're going to see Tennessee taking inside to Nash and Wood all afternoon.
That's Scheidler.
Offensive blocking on the inside. I didn't see who was against. We'll have to pick up the foul.
No basket. That's Nash, double teamed, and Ray from far out. No basket, a foul against Cowan.
Tennessee runs a 1-4, but they use a double stack underneath. They're very big and very physical, particularly with Wood and Nash up front. Bertelkamp handles the point. Kentucky will be trying to get him to set his offense up as far out as they possibly can. And, of course, he'll be trying to get it inside and penetrate as far as he can to get that real good, tight, double-stack 1-4 offense in operation.
Steve Ray makes the first free throw of this game. Tennessee leads by 1, and now by 2.
Tennessee played Indiana on a neutral court to a 2-point ball game without Reggie Johnson during the Christmas holidays.
Volunteers after a made basket go into full court pressure, and that's Cowan for Kentucky off the rim. They battle for it. It's out of bounds. Tennessee's ball.
Tennessee beat Kentucky in the finals of the tournament. They went to full court pressure and gave Kentucky all kind of trouble.
That was an overtime victory at Birmingham.
Right.
And the tournament again this year in Birmingham. As that beautiful playing arena at Birmingham will climax the season again. There's a block shot off Ray, and Macy recovers down to Cowan, and he waits for help. Recovers the ball in the keyhole, shoots, rebound, Ray, interception, Macy, Kentucky. Tennessee leads by 2. Long pass to Scheidler, picked up by Carter. Here's Macy. Rebound, Tennessee, but we have the ball out of bounds. Touch last by Cowan. The Volunteers will have it.
Tennessee's come to play. They're really after it tremendously defensively. Good shot of Coach Don DeVoe and his staff.
4-2, Tennessee over Kentucky. And Tennessee with the basketball. Bertelkamp, who has the good outside shot himself, has given up scoring a lot in order to run the ball club. He's the point guard for Tennessee. Pass outside. Touch last by Levon Williams. And it'll be Tennessee's ball at the baseline. Carter will toss it in.
You notice Macy putting tremendous pressure on Bertelkamp to make that pass inside as difficult as he can make it.
In the corner, Carter. Bertelkamp outside. And Kentucky's adjusted its defense
That's right.
here.
Went man-to-man to a 1-3-1 zone. Macy on the point.
And that's Bertelkamp on the near side. Wood in the middle. And Nash on the other side of the keyhole. The pass is into Nash. Look at that shot.
Beautiful. Look patient. Got it inside. Got the beautiful percentage shot. 6-2, Tennessee.
And the Wildcats have the basketball in their offensive area. Cowan about 20 feet out. Now Williams into Bowie. Nice penetration along the baseline. Misses the shot. Tennessee's ball. Carter. Carter had the good year last year as an introduction to the Southeastern Conference, and he's depended on greatly this year. Block shot by Cowan. Off Woods. It's out of bounds. Tennessee's ball against the baseline.
He made the All-SEC freshman team. Kentucky ranked number 2, 12-1. They've won 12 games in a row coming in here.
Kevin Nash said in preseason publicity statements that he intended to be tougher this year. There's a block off Macy, recovered by Williams. Kentucky's basketball. It's open. He's got, no, he misses the shot. Rebound, Bertelkamp. Carter fast break for Tennessee, and here is Ray. And a whistle.
Beautiful fast break. Macy missed the layup. Bowie missed the follow. They brought it all the way back very quickly. Got it in, and they got a chance for the three-point play. Good fast break for Tennessee.
Jay Scheidler has committed the foul. A good drive to the basket.
Bertelkamp got the outlet pass very quickly. Got it to Carter, to Ray. The basket, as you see on the replay. He's got a chance to make it 9-2 Tennessee.
And he does it. 9-2, a 7-point lead for Tennessee in the early going here at Knoxville. Macy picked up by Carter.
Still man-to-man pressure by Tennessee, and they're really getting after him.
Chuck Verderber's in the game. Macy off his feet, but No problem. Cowan has the basketball. Verderber's 34, mainstay last year for the Wildcats. And here is a foul called by the official, Wally Tanner, on Howard Wood.
Tennessee defensively has completely taken Kentucky out of their offense. They can't even throw it guard forward. The pressure is so great. Be interesting to see if they can keep up this intensity for 40 minutes. Verderber in for Kentucky.
Jay Scheidler at the baseline for the Wildcats, who trail 2-9. Verderber misses Macy on a pass. It's Tennessee's ball. That was just a cut to the inside by Macy. He was expecting a pass to lead him a little bit, and it followed him. Tennessee's ball outside. Now, Bertelkamp down the near side has the basketball, wants to get into Nash. Can't. Ray has the ball. Bertelkamp wants that shot, won't take it. And here's Ray from the baseline. No good. And a battle. Scheidler ends up with the basketball for the Wildcats. Again, Macy down the near side. Feeds. Cowan. Good lead pass. And a nice layup by Cowan.
Magnificent assist by Cal Macy.
We'd like to look at that one again as soon as we have a moment here. Let's check with Bertelkamp now, who has the basketball for the Volunteers. Beats Carter. Carter, nice break. And he gets the ball to the outside. Tennessee is very patient. Bad pass there by Carter, looking for Wood, who had his back turned. Let's check that replay on the last fast break by Kentucky. Here's Scheidler.
Macy, just a little lob pass here, John. He lays it up real soft. There's Freddie Cowan to lay it in to make it 9-4.
And so we have a timeout with 15:35 to go in the half. The score is the Volunteers 9, the Wildcats 4. We'll be back in just a minute. Coach Hall watches, as we do now, as Tennessee exerts full court pressure. Broken by Kentucky, and here's Scheidler on the near side, picked up by Bertelkamp. Tennessee in a man-to-man, and here's Scheidler's jump shot from way out there. Not good. Rebound by Howard Wood. Gives the ball to Steve Ray, and then to Bertelkamp, who'll bring it in. 9-4, Tennessee over the Kentucky Wildcats. And as Joe mentioned early, the Volunteers won 3 games in a row last year from the Wildcats and have won 8 out of the last 10. All of which says that the Volunteers are tough. There's a block almost by Levon Williams and a foul by him.
Kentucky definitely helped themselves, John, since they went out of the man-to-man, went into their 1-3-1 zone. They're jamming the middle because Tennessee just loves to take it inside to the big guys. And they're struggling just a little bit right now. They had all the momentum. The defensive change helped them.
There's Ralph Parton, number 15, at the point guard in place of Bertelkamp for Tennessee.
Bertelkamp having a little trouble getting the ball in. Wasn't getting any penetration. Wanted to try a new guard. He's a heat run Kentucky.
I'll tell you, Kyle Macy is the man on the point guard for Kentucky, and that's pretty good competition. He's one of the top players in the country.
You can see DeVoe said, get penetration for me. He's come in and he's kind of tried to take it inside just a little bit on the bounce every time he gets it. See, there he goes. There's the kickoff.
And there is Carter. Carter into Wood. Shot is blocked by Bowie. Big freshman. Wood shoots again. Makes this one.
Wood's been coming off the bench for Reggie Johnson, but he's been scoring very, very well. 16+ a game.
11-4, a 7-point lead for Tennessee. Kentucky on the attack with Williams. Lob pass intercepted by Kevin Nash. Here's Parton. And he's off to Ray. Ray, a long jumper. And it's rebounded by Levon Williams of Kentucky. And here's Scheidler. Macy gives the offensive signal as Scheidler brings the ball versus Parton. Now Williams. Williams, lob pass to Bowie. Can't handle it. Tennessee's ball.
Last 3 times down, Scheidler took a shot he didn't have. Shot way out of his range. And they've had 2 passes to Bowie inside that went for naught. The defense is awesome right now by Tennessee.
Derek Horde, number 32, a freshman, is coming on. Levon Williams goes to the bench. Coach Joe Hall and his staff this past year recruited a whole bunch of high school All-Americas. So Kentucky's not out of the recruiting wars by any stretch of the imagination if you had that kind of a thought. Wood breaks the foul by the new man in the game, Derek Horde.
Coach Hall told us before the game that his team was not playing with great intensity right now. They beat Notre Dame and Louisville, but practicing hadn't been as good, and they played, he thought, very average against Auburn.
Let's check that block shot by a replay just a second ago. Here it is with Wood. Goes up one time. There's
shot
the
at the buoy. The big 7-footer, he's about 7'1", just intimidates you tremendously inside. Wood
at the free throw line. Wood now has 3 points altogether. Here he is from East Hampton, New York.
He's a 94% foul shooter.
He lost a little weight since last year. Says he's stronger and faster. And it's 13-4, a 9-point lead for Tennessee over Kentucky.
Minifield's in.
Dirk Minifield, number 10, is in. Plays with Scheidler.
On the court for Kentucky.
There's Bowie with the ball. Great shot and a whistle. No, he walks. No basket. Some intimidation supplied by Kevin Nash, who was on him like sticky finger glue.
What Kentucky needs to do right now, though, they need to get it inside a little more, get a little better percentage shot. 4 times in a row, they have not had a good shot at the basket.
There's Parton bouncing into Wood. Wood. He hits.
He'll kill you inside. Timeout, Kentucky. We got a blowout.
It's 15-4, an 11-point lead for Tennessee as the Wildcats call for time and the Tennessee partisan fans here go wild. Timeout in the game. We'll be back in a minute. And next week, Joe and I will greet you from Athens, Georgia, where the highly touted LSU Tigers take on the always tough Georgia Bulldogs.
LSU's the team that was preseason picked to win the Southeastern Conference. They lost to Vanderbilt the other night. Richard Schmidt's team did a tremendous job, but LSU will be in the thick of the fight, John, before it's over. Great talent and good coaching job by Dale Brown, and they'll be in it. They're ranked in the top 10 and deserve the ranking.
We were talking about unbeaten teams in conference play. I checked this morning, Joe, and I was interested to be reminded as Kentucky works the ball in its front court that the last time a conference champion went unbeaten in this league was 1956. So it's first intercepted by Tennessee, Gary Carter. And Parton has the ball now. Picked up by Macy at the midline.
Parton has come in and give the offense a lift. He's getting good penetration against the Kentucky defense. Kentucky's gone back man-to-man, trying to get a little more aggressive.
There's Wood, triple team. Boy, did they have him sandwiched there. Parton in the corner. He'll have to hurry. Needs help. He gets it now from Steve Ray. Returned the ball. And will the little man shoot? He will not. He gets the ball to Wood on the baseline, and he's double-teamed this time. Good defense by Kentucky. Both these teams playing it stickily now.
Kentucky's playing much harder. They'll give Parton the outside shot. When it goes inside, watch Macy. He'll go back and double-team the inside people, and that's what they're trying to do, and you're seeing that now.
Kevin Nash pivoting all over the place, but he can't get a shot, and we have a whistle away from the ball. Derek Horde, maybe. Number 10 is going to be Dirk Minifield with a foul. That's 5 team fouls against Kentucky.
And just 2 against Tennessee. And they're playing super hard in their man-to-man defense. And they're really continuing to get after it. Can't say enough good things about their defense.
Carter feeds into Wood. He'll jump that shot. That is blocked by Bowie. Now Macy back to Bowie, and that's to Cowens. Cowens gets the shot. Nice layup.
Cowens made the block a while ago defensively. Super block against Wood. Wood's not a great jumper. He's big and bulky, positions well. Cowens made the good block. Back to 1-3-1 zone by Kentucky.
So good play all the way around by Fred Cowan. Number 40, who's averaging 10.5 points a game. And here's a pass in there to Ray. Misses the shot, and we have a clear control foul called against Steve Ray. That's the 3rd team foul against the Volunteers here in the half.
Thought it was a good call. He'd have gotten the basket had he got it in, but he missed the chipper. A little layup. Full court pressure by Tennessee.
15-6, full court pressure by the Volunteers. Macy looking for help. Gets the ball into Minifield. Walking by him. And so the travel gives the ball at the side to the Tennessee Volunteers.
Super pressure, just super pressure.
There are 3 freshmen who play a lot for the Kentucky Wildcats. Minifield will now go to the bench, and Levon Williams comes back in. Scheidler's back in. Derek Horde, number 32, is out there. Fred Cowan is also on the floor, along with Macy for the Kentucky Wildcats. A kick. The ball comes this way. Thank you. Parton, Carter, Ray, Nash, and Wood on the floor for the Volunteers.
Ralph Parton is just 5'7" and 140 pounds.
But Tennessee's always had that little man. Last year, the dirt dauber, and then Bill Justice wasn't all that big a fellow on the point guard. And through the years, the Volunteers have had that little man out on the point. The Volunteers work the ball against the Kentucky Wildcats, and here's an attempt at a steal and a basket by Carter. Cowan overran and missed the interception, and it's now 17-6. Tennessee by 11 here in Knoxville, Tennessee today. 10.5 to go in the first half. Spirited game, intense game. Lavon Williams bobbles out on him. Cowan follows, and Fred gets his third basket from close in.
The best shot they've had in 3 or 4 minutes. They'd gone down about 6 times without a real good percentage shot, but they got it inside to Williams. He got a good shot. Kentucky continues in their 1-3-1 zone.
17-8. The Volunteers lead. The game was tied at 2, and since then the Tennessee Volunteers have been ahead. The Volunteers are pretty patient. Here's Nash in trouble, gets the ball out to Ray to Carter.
They're going to have to do more of that, John. When it goes inside, kick it out very quickly, because the zone is just socking it with a complete wad inside when it goes inside.
Nash misses a layup, a left-hander, and touched outside by the Wildcats, and Carter will work the ball inside the baseline.
You fans can see it on your screen when that ball goes inside. Just it's a sea of blue inside. They just suck it up in there, trying to prevent the inside shot.
In past seasons, you referred to that as the wad.
That's right. They just wad it up in there.
And here's Parton again with the basketball, and Kentucky in that zone still. Nash having some trouble moving around down deep. Ray with the ball, triple team, and we have walking called against him.
Good call. Kentucky's doing better now with their defense. They're really making it tough when it goes inside, and that's totally Tennessee's game.
Full court pressure by the Tennessee Volunteers looks pretty good. Williams comes over and gets the ball, and Macy will work it in across the timeline. 17-8. The Volunteers over the Wildcats at Knoxville. Next week, LSU at Georgia. Big crowd expected in that beautiful arena on the campus of the University of Georgia. And here is Lavon Williams kicking the ball out, and Macy from the corner bags it out there. He has 2, and from about the same spot, 17-10, Kentucky gets closer.
Same thing happened there. They kicked it inside. The defense swarmed him. He kicks it out. And one of the great shooters in the game, Kyle Macy, hit nothing but the bottom. String music in Knoxville.
And Ray misses from the outside. An attempt at a follow-up by Nash. He loses the ball. Into the game will come Charles Hurt. And Fred Cowan goes to the bench. Now let's check this lineup. We have a couple of experienced players there for the, well, 3 of them on the floor now for Kentucky. Williams and Scheidler and Macy. And 2 younger players.
2 freshmen. Derek Horde from Bristol, Tennessee, up the road here, and Charles Hurt from Lexington.
17-10. Tennessee and Kentucky with the ball. Scheidler.
I should say Shelbyville, actually, John. His team won the state championship year before last at Shelbyville, Kentucky. Charles Hurt.
Into Williams by Macy. Couple of dribbles. He takes a fall-away jumper, and a foul is called against the new Tennessee player, Dale Ellis, number 41. That's the 4th team foul against Tennessee. Kentucky has committed 5 here in the first half. At the 7th, the non-shooting fouls. Of course, the 1-and-1 bonus rule goes into effect. And here's 2 shots coming up for Lavon Williams.
John, I became a grandfather this week. Robert Scott Dean was born to my son Joe, who's an assistant coach in Kentucky, and his lovely wife Ellen, who's watching us in a Lexington hospital today. And his grandma's up there watching too. And I'm going up tonight to check my number 1. Robert Scott Dean. We were all excited.
You stole some of my thunder. I was going to save a timeout period. There's the father right there, Joe Dean Jr., assistant on the Kentucky staff. I talked to him prior to the game. He's a very proud father, and he said he is such a pretty little boy.
Well, he was about 10 feet high, but so were the grandparents. Back to basketball.
17-11, Tennessee. Volunteers hustling for a shot. Wood misses. And the ball is tipped outside by number 44, Charlie Hurt.
But see, you've already had that experience. This is my first one.
All right, here we go now with Knoxville, Tennessee, the site of the game. And a big one to start our telecasting season. That's Ellis handling the ball out to Wood. Now, Wood can fill it up for you if you can get it to him and get the open shot for him, and he's a good mixer inside. Bertelkamp is back on the floor for the Volunteers, guarded by Macy, and Macy still gives him trouble. A whistle, a foul away from the ball, and number 44, Charlie Hurt, commits the foul for the Kentucky Wildcats, and he can't understand it.
Give a lot of credit to the little Ralph Parton, this little 5'7" senior guard there for Tennessee. He came up and gave him a tremendous lift.
Kentucky has cut the gap, but we have timeout called here at Knoxville. The score is Tennessee 17, Kentucky 11. Now here's the message furnished by TBS on behalf of the Southeastern Conference. What an opener for the 16th season of SEC basketball by TBS NBC. Kentucky at Tennessee, the two all-time winningest SEC teams. In the finals of the 1979 SEC tournament, Tennessee beat Kentucky in overtime, 75-69. The preceding message was furnished by TBS on behalf of the Southeastern Conference. And we should have the great Southeastern Conference. Here is Dale Ellis taking his first shot of the game. Little shy. Wood follows. 8 points for Wood, 19-11 for Tennessee.
Kentucky's defense, though, definitely giving Tennessee trouble now. They're not getting good penetration. Bowie. Beautiful feed by Macy, John.
Let's look at that one again as Tennessee works the ball up the floor. Lob pass by Macy. Bowie up high, and down he goes with it. And it's 2 points for him and the Wildcats. 19-13, the Volunteers lead by 6.
You can see the zone, the blue, locked in the middle. They've got the offense spread out along the way.
That's Carter.
It's difficult to get it inside.
Cross-court pass to Carter. Bobbled it for a moment, and he makes the shot. It's an 8-point lead for the Volunteers. Pass outside by number 32, Derek Horde, looking for Charlie Hurt to drive for the ball, and Joe Hall is having some real serious thoughts about that across the floor as the Volunteers bring it into their offensive area. 21-13, Tennessee over Kentucky. Nash recovered that one. That was an errant pass, too, by Tennessee. In the corner, Dale Ellis. It's a nice-looking boy. Number 41, stands 6'7", a freshman from Marietta, Georgia, for Tennessee. He'll take the shot. Misses his second one. Nash follows, but he pushes off, I think.
Ellis is one of the real sought-after freshmen in the country also. He's 6'7", 200 pounds, as you mentioned, from Marietta, Georgia. He's going to be a great one here for Tennessee in the future. Full court pressure by Tennessee.
Macy on the baseline. Into Derek Horde and return. Carter again, matching up with Macy. They're about the same size. Carter may be a little faster a foot than Macy. Macy is an excellent shot. Bowie shoots from way out. Recovered off the rim by Bertelkamp. Tennessee on the attack with an 8-point lead. Wood walks. You can't drag that pivot foot. It has to stay absolutely still.
He wanted to put it up, and he can shoot with the best of them. He's shooting almost 54% from the field, and as I mentioned, 94% from the foul line.
Brett Cowan, 40, back in the game. And to the bench, Derek Horde for Kentucky.
Horde a little nervous, John, before the home folks. He grew up just up the road in Bristol, Tennessee.
6 minutes to play in the first half at Knoxville. And talk about some things they're doing in this section of the country. Good defense by Tennessee.
Sticky.
Scheidler off on a bounce pass to Cowan. Pass to Ellis. Recovers in the corner. Gets the ball out to Scheidler. No shot for him. Scheidler hasn't had a shot in this game. Bertelkamp right on it.
Good shots come hard against the Tennessee defense.
And the ball is knocked outside by Bertelkamp, and we have a foul called against Jay Scheidler. Kentucky, his second of the game.
Good defense.
And that is the 7th team foul against the Wildcats. Let's look at that one again.
Bertelkamp, just good tough. Look at that. Reached in, hit it against his leg. It's going almost out of bounds. They're both diving. They called a foul from the Kentucky player. He reached in, Jay Scheidler.
There's the Tennessee coaching bench with Don DeVoe, the first man next to the desk. And the bonus rule is in effect now for the last 5:29 of the half, because Kentucky has committed 7 team fouls.
He's an 88% foul shooter. It's almost like money in the bank for Bert Bertelkamp.
He'll have a bonus if he makes the first. And here comes a new player for Kentucky, the first time we've seen, Bo Lanter. Scheidler goes out. Bertelkamp bags it. And it's 22-13. Tennessee's had the lead since the score was tied at 2-2. 23-13, Tennessee by 10 at Knoxville. Full court pressure again by the Volunteers, and that appears to be giving Kentucky a little...
They've got to bring their forwards
anxiety
up, John, to get the ball in. And why they keep waiting not to bring them up earlier, I don't know, because once they do, they get it in with ease.
Sam Bowie, 15 feet away, will take a jumper. Out on him, rebounded by Wood. Tennessee is getting Bowie away from the basket, and that's the sign of good defense again. It may be a design by Kentucky a little bit.
He does have the reputation of being a great outside shooter, but he's missed 2 in a row.
That's Nash missing a little left-hander and a foul call. I believe Wood has committed this one. 2 fouls against Wood. And 16 fouls against the Volunteers in this half. The Volunteers lead by 10 as we greet you from Knoxville, Tennessee. Macy on the attack for Kentucky. Charles Hurt. And here's Lanter off to Macy from the left side. Not good. Rebound. Bertelkamp, Tennessee. Well, Kentucky's defense is pretty tough and sagging in the middle. Bertelkamp goes close in, misses the shot, followed up by Wood, but he can't hold it. The ball hits the baseline. It's out of bounds. Kentucky's basketball. Well, the Volunteers twice down the floor have gotten the ball in very close, but they've been unable to convert.
Missed very easy shots. Bertelkamp missed almost a gimme.
4:15 to play first half. Tennessee by 10 over Kentucky. Wildcats rated number 2 in the country. And that high ranking is giving a lot of the top teams in the country a lot of trouble these days. Bertelkamp tips the ball outside, and we have another player in the game. That's Ellis coming back in. Wood will go to the bench for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Going to give him a little rest, John. They're up 10 with 4:05 in the half, and they're going to need him for the whole 20 minutes of the second half if he can put it together.
And he's carrying 2 fouls, and Coach DeVoe doesn't want to take any chances, I would guess. At the side, Macy into Charlie Hurt. Macy again with Carter. Good sneaking drive there by Lanter, and Bowie follows up and makes the basket. Let's check that replay right now while we have chance.
Good penetration by Macy to Lantner. He missed the layup. Maybe it was blocked. Probably was. Bowie stayed with it. He's going to get it down there. Cut the lead to 8. Kentucky still zoning. No, they've gone man-to-man now.
23-18, the Volunteers, as the Volunteers work in their offensive area. Bertelkamp, Ellis, a 15-footer on the way.
Oh, he can do it.
Kentucky up by 10 again. Tennessee up by 10. Kentucky with the basketball. Cowan from way out there. He misses off the rim. Reaching over the back is Bowie. That's his first foul in this game. And so we make the trek to the other end as Derek Hort comes in, number 32. There was a lot of publicity during the recruiting time about Sam Bowie. And I would think you'd have to say that at 7'1", he is a definite long-term threat for the Wildcats and for all college basketball. He shows some great possibilities.
He was voted the number 1 high school player in the country coming out of Lebanon, PA, and he was highly sought after by everybody in the country. He's going to be a great one before it's over. No question about it. He's 7'1". He's an intimidator. He blocks shots, and he can shoot it. You'll hear a lot about Sam Bowie before it's over.
And timeout has been called here at Knoxville, Tennessee. As the score is, the Volunteers 25, the Wildcats 15. As we mentioned, next week Joe and I will bring you the game between the LSU Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs from Athens at 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. Then the following week, Florida and Alabama from Tuscaloosa at 12:30 Central. In the meantime, our friends Jay Randolph and Jeff Mullins will be at LSU on Monday for the Alabama-LSU game. 25-15, Tennessee by 10. Kentucky with the ball, and he took too many steps. Derek Hort, a good drive and a fine shot. He pulled up and let it go with a great deal of touch, but he's taken one too many steps, and the shot is illegal.
He's also going to be a tremendous performer. He's just a freshman, 6'5". He's a marvelous athlete. as I mentioned earlier, a little tight. He'll loosen up.
Kentucky, sort of semi-full court pressure. Bertelkamp stopped shy of the line. Carter with the ball now. Kentucky man-to-man. Here's Nash with the basketball. And a steal by Lanter. Recovered by Levon Williams. Good defense by the Wildcats. Down to number 32, Derek Horde. Now Williams returned. Horde a shot. Nice shot, but it rolled out on him. How did it get out of there?
Looked like it was halfway down the drain.
And Nash comes up with the basketball on the rebound, and Bertelkamp has it in the front court for Tennessee. 2.5 minutes to play first half. Tennessee leads by 10. Ellis again. 0 for 3 for him. Rebound, Fred Cowan. Macy, Lanter. Lanter has good moves and good speed. Gets the ball into Horde. And the shot is blocked by Nash, recovered by Bertelkamp. No foul there. Good defense by the Volunteers, and what a defensive game we're seeing here today so far. As Nash is 15 feet away, little drive there, takes a shot. It is good. Clear control foul. No basket. I believe no basket, as Nash pushed him out of the way. And so that's the second foul against Kevin Nash.
He's a little tired. He came down the court tired. They gave it to him. He saw a little daylight. It was a good call. He just ran over the defensive player. But you're right, John. Both teams, we got 25 to 15 with 2 minutes. And the defense both ways has just been tremendous.
2 minutes to go first half. No basket for Nash there. Levon Williams on the near side for Kentucky. Tennessee has switched up its defense just a little bit, but still man-to-man. Lanter with the ball over there. Drives to the baseline. Heavy going there. Gets the ball out. Williams, under duress, takes the shot, and it's good. Levon Williams gets his first field goal of the game. He has 3 points, and it's 25-17 the Volunteers. Macy versus Bertelkamp. Really is a delight to see a player of the caliber of Kyle Macy. Carter a long shot. Rebound Macy. Macy up the floor with it. And he gets off in the corner to Cowan. Now Lanter. Macy pumps once and shoots and makes his third shot from the field.
Might mention too, John, he's playing with a very sore big toe on his right foot. Had that against Auburn, and he didn't play real well the first half. Took charge in the second half, but they were a little bit concerned about him here today. But he drilled that one.
Kentucky 25-19 behind. Less than a minute to play, and the Wildcats are on defense, and the Volunteers have the basketball with Bertelkamp. There's Bertelkamp driving all the way in. His shot is blocked, and he is fouled, I believe, by Macy.
Good move by Bertelkamp. Kind of a shake and go, and he got past to Macy.
Let's look at it.
Just a good move. Excellent. There he is. He's got good inside movement. Beat him on the baseline. Macy got him from the rear. Horde blocked the shot, as you could see, but he was already fouled.
That's Bert Bertelkamp. He's 2 for 2 from the line, 3 for 3.
Like a gimme for him, I think. Excellent foul shooter.
The lead by the Volunteers is boosted to 27-19. 49 seconds left in the first half. Tennessee will apply full court pressure. Let's see how severe it's going to be. Not all that severe. They want to get back and protect at the other end. Here's Lanter. And he's 15 feet away, gets the ball outside, and that is Derek Horde, a good shot from the outside for Kentucky, and that's his first basket in this game.
Cut it to 6 with 30 seconds.
Bertelkamp on the attack with Macy defensively. 25 seconds to go in the first half. On the baseline, that's Nash in trouble. They squeeze him. Ray can't get the shot away. And that's Nash. He'll bounce it one time. He shoots this one. He misses. Rebound by Horde. And Horde throws it away up the floor. 10 seconds to play first half. Tennessee's ball at the timeline as you look at some of the 12,700 people to watch this game here today. And, of course, all the games are sold out at Tennessee year after year after year. About 1982, the Volunteers will be playing in a place to seat 20,000. 27-21, a 6-point lead, and the ball is outside. It'll be Tennessee's ball with 3 seconds to go, first half. Tennessee.
3 seconds. I'd love to get one last shot.
One shot, And it's not good. Tried by Bertelkamp, rebounded by Horde, and the horn sounds as Horde takes a desperation shot down the floor. And the first half is over, and Tennessee, which has had the lead since the score was tied at 2-2, will go to the dressing room with a 6-point advantage. Well, it's been a defensive battle purely and simply here at Knoxville, Tennessee in the first 20 minutes, and a lot of exciting action yet to come here today on NBC. We'll be back in just a minute. The halftime score, Tennessee 27, Kentucky 21.
Everybody, I'm Lindsey Nelson. I'm an alumnus of the University of Tennessee, and I'm proud of that. Pride in an alma mater isn't unusual, but I've had a chance to visit almost every college and university in this country. I've always been proud to say I'm a volunteer.
The University of Tennessee is a place where people make good things happen for themselves and for others. Faculty helping students learn and engaging in research to improve our lives. Students learning to cope with an ever-changing world. Students such as UT graduate Dr. Ray Seddon, an astronaut.
A great university gives its students not only a specific education, but opens new vistas for those students. My education at the University of Tennessee opened new doors for me.
The University of Tennessee, building today for a better Tennessee tomorrow.
Starting lineups on the opening tip-off.
Nash and Bowie jump it, and it's Kentucky's basketball. Scheidler hasn't had a point in the game. And here's Williams. Williams to Bowie. And Kentucky is already showing strategy now, taking the play away from the basket, hoping to get something open down the middle.
I'm sure they had a lot of talk at halftime. Tennessee again man-to-man, and I mean sticky. They're cutting down all the passing avenues.
There's a lead pass in there to Levon Williams from Cowan, and he misses the shot. Bowie tips it in.
They're definitely going to take it inside more this second half. They've cut it to 4 now.
27-23. Tennessee's lead may be in jeopardy. It's been up to 11 points.
Kentucky man-to-man also. Good pressure.
And that's Kevin Nash, left-hand shooter. Ray, a jumper, and he nestles it in. Very nice shot by Steve Ray, who now has 7 points. He's averaging 8.4 per game.
You know, he's from Collinsville, Illinois, and there's some super shooters come out of that city. High school coaches, Virgil Fletcher, and one of the famous high school coaches in the country.
Tennessee came to this game with 3 conference wins, and Kentucky had 2. 8-3, the overall record for the Volunteers, and Kentucky 12-1, and a number 2 rating in the country. That's Williams missing and Wood following. Bertelkamp across the line.
In fact, they just defeated Ole Miss at Ole Miss by 1, and Bobby Weltlich's Ole Miss Rebels had just won the Sugar Bowl, defeating Michigan and VPI on successive nights, and what a job that was.
And here is Wood bouncing around on the baseline. Carter gets the ball outside. Now Bertelkamp.
Watch it go inside, and that defense just swarming.
Wood breaks it tight in there, misses the shot, and there's a big follow-up battle, and outside the ball goes. Wood commits the foul. That's his 3rd.
That could be dangerous for Tennessee. 3rd foul on Wood. They cannot afford to lose him. Now they really do miss Reggie Johnson, John, because they lose a little of that depth that they need.
Not to mention the fact that he is an averager of 20 points a game.
That's right.
Here's Scheidler down the far sideline, and Kentucky has it in close with Bowie. Now back out to Scheidler with Bertelkamp alongside. Kevin Nash. And here's the ball tipped outside by Carter. It'll be Kentucky's ball at the baseline.
Interesting. Macy was trying to post up on Carter. I think Carter can cover with anybody. He's as good as there is in the country. And he's guarding one of the best guards in America in Kyle Macy. Mr. Everything. All-American, All-League, All-World practically. Gold medalist at the Pan American Games.
Carter had an excellent year as a freshman. Johnson City.
Played for
22
Elvin.
points in the championship game.
Right. He played for Elvin Little over there, who has been a tremendous high school coach. Look at that defense. Finally got it in.
Cowan from Bowie. And Cowan, we have a foul call.
No basket.
No basket. 2:41 to go.
Cowan, the offensive foul was on Freddie Cowan. And the basket is no good.
2 fouls on Cowan. 29-23. Tennessee's lead back up to 6. And here's Nash. Bertelkamp, they work that right side. Bertelkamp takes his first shot of the game.
He doesn't shoot much, and I think Kentucky felt like we'll give him that shot, but nothing but the bottom of the sack for Bertelkamp, and I mean real string music.
31-23, Tennessee by 8. As Kentucky worked the Volunteer lead down to 4 here in this half. But now the Volunteers have patiently rebuilt a little bit. Now that's Cowan at the top of the keyhole, guarded by Steve Ray. And an interception, a lost ball by Kentucky, and Ray has the ball down the way, feeds Nash under there. Ford hits him and fouls him, or it is Bowie. Ray missed a close-up layup, but he was fouled by Bowie, who really didn't have much of a chance. He was already up in the air, and he just came down on him.
Tennessee made the good steal and got it down quick. Really didn't have a break, but Nash got down so quickly.
Let's take a look at it.
Oh, yeah, it was
very
pretty.
Quickly, as Nash is at the line.
Here's the steal right there. Wood outlets it, gets it up the court to Ray. Ray, there's the good pass to Nash. And Bowie fouled him. He did have a chance at the three-pointers you mentioned.
Nash missed the second shot. 32-23, Tennessee. Rebound by Williams. Scheidler out on the point now for Kentucky, and that's Macy. Dead-eyed Dick from out there. 8 points for Kyle Macy, all from about 18 feet. 32-25, Tennessee.
They picked his man on the baseline, John. They need to do more of that against Carter because he plays so tight that he can be picked, and free Macy for the good jumpers.
There's a pass into Wood, loses the ball between his legs, and Macy digs it out right between the shoes. And there's Scheidler in the corner, gets the ball into Bowie, intercepted by Nash, fast break 2-on-1. Macy, the Kentucky man, and Nash goes all the way. He forced Macy to run by him, and here it is again.
Crowd's going wild.
And you see Nash, as Tennessee is ahead 34-25. Down the floor, a miss by Williams, and a follow-up shot made good by Fred Cowan. 8 points for him. It's 34-27, and the pace quickens here at Knoxville, Tennessee.
Go back to that basket, John. It was just good inside defense. Scheidler was too slow in feeding the inside man. The defensive player just simply fronted and made a steal. Got it down for an easy basket.
Wood into Nash. Nash a jumper. Good shot. What a nice move by Nash. And he has to shoot it, apparently, with his left hand, and so he was sort of out of position, but he got the ball over the defensive hands. 36-27, Tennessee with 15 minutes to play. Kentucky on the attack, and Tennessee playing a sticky defense just as the Wildcats play it at the other end. Wood on Williams. Bowie from far out, off the back of the rim, rebounded by Nash, feeds Carter. Carter runs over Macy, and it's Carter. Question about that one. Carter's second foul. That's the second team foul of the half against Tennessee. And here comes a replacement for each team. Ellis will come in for Tennessee, number 41. And Derek Horde will make an appearance for Kentucky. And we're going to have a timeout called here with 14:40 to play in the game. And the score is Tennessee 36 and Kentucky 27. We'll be back in a minute.
And I tell you what, at this point, John, with 14:40, Tennessee leads by 9, 36-27. They've definitely had a little more string music. They've tickled the twine just a little more than the Wildcats so far this afternoon.
Other games today in the SEC, Ole Miss at Alabama, Florida at Auburn, Vanderbilt at Georgia, Mississippi State at LSU. Monday night, Alabama at LSU. Games Wednesday, Tennessee at Florida, Georgia at Mississippi State, and Kentucky at Ole Miss. Bowie open underneath, and he stuffs it. That's the first stuff of the game. Bowie has 8 points in this game.
And a beautiful feed by Kyle Macy, John. They're trying to free Macy more now to get the jumpers. If he doesn't have it, he's going to try to kick it inside to the big guy.
So Macy will not be the playmaker. That's Ellis underneath, and a block shot by Cowan. Goaltending. Ellis gets credit for the bucket. Ellis has 4 points. It's 38-29. Let's look at that one again as Kevin Nash comes back in the game. Here's a rejection right there, and so it's 38-29. Nash for Wood for Tennessee. 14 minutes to play. 38-29, Tennessee over Kentucky. Good game here today. Good, hard-played game. And I think both these teams are telling everybody else in the league, look, man, if you want to win in this league in 1980, you'd better play hard.
And you better play good defense.
Bowie, a jumper. Nice shot. And he has good touch for a big man. 10 points for him.
Every team in this league, John, can beat you on a given night. Sounds like words, but it's true. Ole Miss winning the Sugar Bowl. Mississippi State's 3-0. LSU ranked 4th in the country.
Nash, a little shy, and the ball bounces off the rim, goes outside. Touch last by Cowan.
Georgia's Hughes Durham team, young, good talent. Vanderbilt beat LSU the other night. Auburn placed Kentucky to a 2-point game. Anything can happen in this league, and I think you'll see it before the season is up.
Steve Ray, shot partially blocked by Derek Horde. He loses the pass up the floor, and it's Tennessee back the other way.
Tough break, really, for the young freshman, Derek Horde. A lot of talent. Ball just, when it hit the court, it just spun away from him.
38-31, Tennessee over Kentucky as the Wildcats play a lot of young fellows. And that's Bertelkamp against the glass. This is Bowie the rebound, and Kentucky comes up there. Here's a stuff by Cowan. All alone, he has 10 points, and it's 38-33. Now, that's the type of thing you don't want to happen to you because that can sort of take the finger out of the hole in the dike.
Bertelkamp's the point man. He put up the shot on the far left-hand corner. Nobody was out. Bowie, of course, got the ball out very, very quickly, and that's what happened. Good fronting by Cowan. Good defense.
There's Cowan with another steal for Kentucky as the Wildcats play that defense to the hilt. And here they come again. Down by 5. Scheidler disdains the long shot. Macy to the near side, guarded by Carter. Scheidler again. Into Bowie. Bowie over Nash. Not good. Good defense by Kevin Nash. Ray, the rebound for Tennessee. Bertelkamp down to Dale Ellis. Into Nash. Stuffed by him.
Kentucky did not get back on defense. Nash beat Bowie back. It's going to cost him the three-pointer.
And Scheidler has committed his 3rd personal foul. Here it is again. Everybody was a little slow getting down that time, I thought. And here is Nash, who was able to sneak in. He's hit by Scheidler from the side. And Nash can come up with a 3-point play here as Tennessee leads again by 7. But what intense play by both these clubs. Bo Lanter comes in for Kentucky. Scheidler will take a rest.
Bo Lanter came in against Notre Dame and did a fine job. Good penetration against that team, and he's in for Jay Scheidler.
It takes a while, but Nash gets the free throw. He has a total of 12 points in the game. 41-33, Tennessee. Macy with the ball now. Lanter goes and posts up and then moves. Man-to-man defense for Tennessee. They give it to Macy. Macy a 15-footer, 18-footer. Good. 10 points for Kyle Macy. And he has great touch. Tennessee has made a miscue handling the ball as Carter couldn't hold it. He expected Bertelkamp to come up and help him. And they miscued somehow, and it's going to be Kentucky's basketball at the side. Let's check it again.
I think you'll see Macy get a piece of this, John, right there.
So Kentucky gets another possession, 41-35, Tennessee by 6. Macy driving to the baseline. Jumper on the way. Rebound. Wood is back in the game for Tennessee. Gives to Carter, and he deals the ball up the floor to Bertelkamp. Lanter is going to guard Bertelkamp. Wood, 14 feet away.
Oh, they kicked down low and brought him out of that pick. Kentucky could not get through the pick, and that's like stealing for Howard Wood. He'll drill it all day from the foul line.
43-35, Volunteers over the Wildcats with 11 minutes and 18 seconds to play, and we have a foul. Carter of Tennessee has committed his third of the game. And we have a timeout called with 11:17 to play in the game at Knoxville. Southeastern Conference basketball from Tennessee, and here's your score. The Volunteers 43, the Wildcats 35. Back in a minute. And now a message furnished by TVS on behalf of the Southeastern Conference. Tennessee versus Kentucky is the epitome of basketball rivalry in the SEC. The student athletes of these two great universities reach new heights of competition in this game, an experience which strengthens them for future achievements. The preceding message was furnished by TBS on behalf of the Southeastern Conference. Tomorrow, starting at 12:30 Eastern Time, it's the game for all the marbles in the AFC as the awesome Pittsburgh Steelers host the remarkable Houston Oilers. And there is
Macy DeBoy, the lob, John. He couldn't stuff it, but he laid it in.
Bowie has 12 points in the game. It's 43-37. Kentucky keeping pace. Lead pass to Carter, open, close, misses the shot, and a foul against Kevin Nash over the back of number 44, Charlie Hurt. That's 3 fouls against Nash. Let's check how he did that. You can't reach over the back. You'll get called every time.
Carter missed this like a layup, John. He got inside real good. Kentucky didn't have good weak side help. You can see it right there. He went over the back, Nash did. Committed the foul. Trying to tip it in.
Cowan versus Wood, 43-37. Tennessee has missed a lot of close-up shots today.
They've gotten good penetration, John, with the ball. They've gotten it in real close. The offense has been tremendous for them.
Cowan is open, and he comes back and lays it in. 12 points for him. 43-39, right along the baseline. Cowan worked it very well. Tennessee's lead now is 4 points again.
He's a much improved player over last year, playing with a lot more confidence.
Off the back of the rim, rebounded by Macy of Kentucky. Now the Wildcats can chop it to 2 with the basket down here low. And here is Bowie up high. No again. And this time Nash digs it off. 3-on-1 fast break. And he feeds it off. Macy fouls up the break. And Bertelkamp now has it. Good defense by Kyle Macy. He was at the only place he could have been. Nash misses, maybe a little tired. Rebound by a 44, and that's Charlie Hurt. Kentucky on the attack again with a chance. And here is Wood intercepting a pass from Lanter intended for Brett Cowan on the baseline. 9:47 to go.
He was trying to get Cowan to come across and set up, post up for him, and that's what he thought he was going to do. Really almost threw it away.
Kentucky's ball at the baseline. Lanter finally gets the ball to Cowan. I think both these teams are showing the effects of such intense play for so long.
They have played so hard, John, both teams.
Here's Lanter driving, stops, bounces the ball, it's intercepted by Bertelkamp. Nice defense again by the Volunteers. And Nash, who has worked the fast break on 2 occasions, doesn't do it this time. As Kentucky's back in a hurry, Bertelkamp comes into the offensive area. 9:20 to play in the game. Nash off to Ray. Long shot artist. Nash wanted to get the ball to Wood, but Kentucky again wads it up in the middle.
Tennessee's man-to-man. I mean, Kentucky's man-to-man, John, and so they're really looking inside. See him looking inside to get it to that post. There's where they want it.
Wood is in trouble, and he's fouled.
Right. Like a gimme. He's a death at the foul line.
Number 44, Charlie Hurt, commits his second foul. Let's check that interception at the other end and see how the Volunteers...
He tried to force the ball, John, and all he did was slide up ball side. Wood did, and he knocked the ball away. Too tight to try to operate in there. They're going the other way. They kept taking it inside and finally got it to Wood. He's at the line shooting, I think, a pair. And I mentioned before, he's about 94% at the foul line.
Howard Wood.
Beautiful touch.
At the line.
Just beautiful touch.
Has 10 points right now. It comes down so softly.
Oh, he's just like church music. Just very soft.
11 points for Howard Wood. It's 44-39, 45-39. He is 4 for 4 from the line today. Tennessee's missed 2 foul shots. And Kentucky has missed 1 out of only 2 shots in the game. 45-39, 9 minutes to play in the game. Tennessee has the lead. But a precarious lead.
All right. They've cut it to 4 twice, have never been able to cut it to 2 since the early going.
Carter wrapping up on Kyle Macy. Cowan breaking to Wood, hits him and gets the shot. 4 baskets in the half for Cowan. 45-41. Tennessee with the ball and the 4-point lead.
All-season weight program really helped Cowan because he's stronger and quicker, and he shows it.
Martin's out of dribbles. Carter with it now. Up for the shot. Misses again from about the same spot. Rebound Kentucky. Bowie dicks it out there. And so here is a good break down the way and a pass down to Horde. And a foul called against Horde on the drive, and the bucket will count. That's Hurt. Charlie Hurt gets the basket and the foul, his 3rd foul of the game. It's 45-43, and now Kentucky has cut it down to 2. Joe Hall wants an explanation of that one, I think.
Tennessee, Don DeVoe, 138 wins in his career of 8 years as a head coach. He's assisted by Tom Deaton. There's a good shot of Don DeVoe. And to his right there is Coach Tom Deaton, fine assistant here at Tennessee, ex-high school coach in the state. Of course, he's assisted by Bob Burton and Bob Stevens.
45-43, Tennessee leads by 2, and the Volunteers have found a tougher Kentucky team here in the second half. Wood with the ball. Martin will take one of his infrequent shots. He misses. Rebound, Macy, Kentucky. And now the Wildcats can tie it up. And that is Dirk Minifield, number 10, with the ball down the way. And Charles Hurt again with it. Number 44, he committed the foul, got the basket just a moment ago. Minifield, greatly and heavily recruited boy. Number 10 in the game now. And his people in Lexington are looking for the good things that Minifield will be doing as a Kentucky Wildcat. 7.5 minutes to play. The Wildcats patient now with their offense as Cowan breaks in the foul lane, takes a shot, no good. He is guilty of a foul.
Set him up perfectly. Little Parton, who's come in this game to give Kentucky a tremendous lift. He's been feeding the ball inside. As you said, he took an infrequent outside shot. Probably shouldn't have put it up, but little Ralph Parton at 5'7", he took the charge. Good call.
Charles Hurt, who was out for a moment, is back in. So is LeVon Williams back in the game. And we have a timeout called with 7:27 to go in the game. Timeout at Knoxville. The score, a tight 45-43 lead for Tennessee over Kentucky. We have 7:27 to go in this game, and Tennessee has a very precarious 2-point lead. By the way, be sure to stay tuned with us later today on NBC when Arnold Palmer, Lee Trevino, and Jimmy DeMeritt talk about golf's greatest players. As we look at a new and exciting idea on the PGA Tour to help decide just who is the finest player of the game or who they are. And that's the PGA Tour, A New Decade, A New Game, later today. And then next Saturday, NBC kicks off the 1980 golf season with the Bob Hope Desert Classic. Great golfers and great entertainers in beautiful Palm Springs, California, next Saturday on NBC. And next Saturday from Athens, Georgia, we'll bring you the LSU-Georgia game in the Southeastern Conference, our game of the week. Ray drives in the baseline, misses the shot again, close in. Rebound by Gary Carter. He puts it up, and he misses. Rebound, Bowie of Kentucky. Now the Wildcats again have a chance to tie it up. Minifield down the way.
Carter's missed a couple of shots down in here in about the last minute and a half. A couple of real good shots. He's posted up inside. They've gotten it to him. He's just not quite getting it down.
Hurt 44, Minifield 10, Macy 4 for Kentucky.
Both teams are back just playing what I call plain vanilla, John. Both man-to-man, both with intensity, both looking for that good percentage cut.
Minifield driving, and he gives the ball off to Hurt. Both freshmen, All-America high school players, as was the man who now has the ball. That's Bowie.
They're trying to post Macy up inside against Carter. Evidently, they feel like he can get it inside. He can turn around and shoot over him.
Kentucky has 3 freshmen on the floor. Williams and Macy, both seniors.
And I think that would be tough because I think Carter could guard very good inside.
Macy misses. Rebound, Macy. And Kentucky still with a chance. Minifield off to Macy. 18-footer. No. Rebound. Wood. Tennessee. 6 minutes to play. Tennessee clings to a tight 2-point lead.
And Macy, their money guy, had 2 shots from 15 feet and couldn't get him down. He
won
shot
the
like
Auburn.
He was like a little tired.
He won the Auburn game the other night.
Oh, yeah, with a shot at the buzzer.
And here is Parton, number 15. As Tennessee now is exercising some I'm sure what they would call excruciating patience, because you'd like to play fast in situations like this.
They brought their offense further out now to open up more court. They're going to give themselves more daylight on the backside. They're almost in a kind of a delay game.
Almost the four corners, but not exactly.
That's right. Similar, but they're going to try to hit and go, pass and go, look for the bounce of the pass, try to get the layup or the foul.
They start counting on Steve Ray, but he moves along with Hurt.
Next foul, can Tennessee be 1-1 at the foul line?
45-43, Tennessee over Kentucky.
5 minutes.
Defensively, the Volunteers, the Wildcats that is, are just as patient as Tennessee is patient on offense right now. It's a cagey game, to put it mildly. 5 minutes to go.
It's a chess game, no question about it. Kentucky has to play man-to-man. They've got to get it back. They're down 2.
They're playing this one on the bench right now. Strategy is the thing that is taking the forefront of all the headlines in this contest at the moment. 4.5 minutes to play in the game. Tennessee leads by 2 with the ball, playing patiently, moving around, and Kentucky is in no hurry to do anything exceptional or any. Here's Carter breaking in, and he walked with it, and so there's the turnover Kentucky was looking for. Cowan is in the game, and Hurt will go out for Kentucky, and the Wildcats have another chance to tie it up.
Carter saw daylight. He was going to take it, believe me, all the way to the hole. But he walked as he made his fake to shake and go.
45-43. Tennessee by 2. Kentucky's had some chances to tie it up. The Wildcats haven't converted. That's Macy to the baseline. Double team. He'll have to hurry. Bowie close in. And a foul is called against Wood, who takes the spill, but he has committed a foul. And Bowie will go to the line.
Take it out of bounds. He was not shooting.
Not a shooting foul, and so it's ruled that he'll go to the side with it.
That's the 15th foul on Tennessee this half.
And the 4th against Howard Wood. Minifield will go to the baseline for Kentucky as we have 4:15 to play in the game. And timeout is going to be called by Kentucky. Let's check the replay on that action just in the last couple of seconds. There's Macy with the ball, getting the ball to Bowie.
Beautiful
and here
feed.
comes Wood, and here comes the foul right there. Then Wood, histrionically, takes the spill, but it was too late. 45-43, Tennessee over Kentucky with 4:15 to play. We'll be right back. Tonight on NBC, John takes a near-fatal fall while Ponch flips for a gorgeous stock car driver and struggles to get through to a runaway trial before she gets into deeper trouble on a special 2-hour Chips. And then Tom Snyder hosts the very fine Primetime Saturday, all tonight on NBC. 45-43, Tennessee over the Kentucky Wildcats with Sam Bowie and Kyle Macy and Levon Williams on the floor out there for the Wildcats, along with Minifield and Cowan. Ray, Nash, Carter, Wood, and Harton are on the floor for Tennessee. We have 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the game. I'm not sure why the delay. We have 1 second difference on the clocks. That's why some of the clocks here say 4:15 to play. Some say 4:16 to play. So
and they've both gone out right now.
4:16 then.
On the end, we got that one up top.
And here's a pass into Minifield. He jumps up and pumps it against the glass for his first 2 points of the game. And this contest is tied up at 45. Tennessee with the ball.
Where size hurt you, John. The little guy, Ralph Parton, they just lobbed and shot over him because he's only 5'7".
There's Carter to the corner. Parton out at mid-front court. Shaded to the side. Macy on him.
Kentucky looks like, oh, they're still man-to-man.
And again, Tennessee goes to the same type of attack the Volunteers had a moment ago before Carter made the traveling violation.
Complete delay game, no question about it now. They've completely let the air out with 3.5 minutes to go.
So this one, because of the strategy and because of great defense played here today, will go right down to the wire, it appears. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Tennessee with the ball. The score is tied at 45 apiece at Knoxville. Next week, join us for LSU at Georgia, Athens, Georgia, in the early afternoon on NBC. Throughout the southeastern section of the country, Southeastern Conference basketball every Saturday afternoon.
I believe they'll hold it as long as they can now, John. If they can hold it all the way down, there's an even 3 minutes to go in this game. I think if they can hold it down and take the last shot, I believe they'd do it. Or they'd love to go to that line with 1-1.
But now you can't afford it when you're in a situation like this and you have the ball. And, of course, the same thing would apply defensively. You can't make the crucial mistake.
That's right.
Because
they lose
the other team can...
That's right, John. It's not like you have a 2-point lead. It's completely tied at 45 all with 2:40.
You have to have a lot of confidence in your shooters. And, of course, Tennessee has some good ones. Tennessee's been averaging 77 points a game this year as compared to Kentucky's 79 points a game. And a whistle and a foul is called.
Timeout.
Timeout is called.
Carter called timeout. Good call on Carter's part.
Carter was double teamed, so he just took the occasion to call timeout. Now we have 2:27 left on the clock, and the score is tied at 45 each.
Some light beers don't list all their ingredients, but Natural Light lists what's in here. This less-filling beer has a fuller taste. It's all natural with lots of barley malt.
You can call it barley malt, and you can call it grain, or you can call it choicest hops. That's why Natural Light's its name.
Sure, if they added anything artificial, they wouldn't call it natural.
Taste Natural Light. The difference is what we put in and don't put in.
Here you are, Mr. Johnson.
No!
Now she can call me Johnson.
1980 Ford LTD dares to challenge a $65,000 Rolls-Royce in a quiet test of fine cars. The test begins over smooth roads, over rough roads, at 20, 40, and 55 miles per hour. The result? LTD rode just as quietly as the Rolls-Royce. And with new automatic overdrive option, no competitor's full-size V8 beats LTD's gas mileage ratings. Ford
Interested Tennessee and Kentucky fans and college basketball fans, watch every Saturday on WCKT TV and in Atlanta, Georgia on WSB. We're at 45 apiece. Kentucky and Tennessee are tied as they have been so many times at this juncture in past seasons. We have 2:27 left to go in the game. Keep in mind that Tennessee won all 3 games between these teams last year, including the championship game in the conference tournament at Birmingham in March. And the Volunteers have won 8 out of the last 10, but it's not going to count today because everything is even now with 2:25 to go in the contest. Tennessee has the ball. That's Parton dribbling, gives to Wood, return. Moving around a little faster, Joe, but I'm not sure that Tennessee is intent on going to the basket. There's almost a bad pass by Carter as Nash was moving away. Parton has it. Cross-court pass over here to Steve Ray. 2 minutes to play in the game. 45-45 is the score. Tennessee, which has led most of the game by as many as 11 points, and Kentucky, which has been fighting from behind. 45-45 is the way it stands.
Kind of surprised he hadn't come back in with his senior point guard, Bert Bertelkamp. But I know this young man from Kentucky, Parton, would love nothing better than an upset here today.
We have 1:35 to play in the game here at Knoxville. Tennessee, almost a bad pass by Ray. But Wood recovered. Ray, with Cowan alongside, dribbles, unpasses, gets in the clear again. Now Wood comes up, gives them the ball back. We have 1:20 to play in the game. Tennessee, obviously, if the Volunteers can hold the basketball, will go for the one shot. And that's a long-time strategy now as Coach Don DeVoe has been working for the last 2.5 minutes trying to get to that position. Here's Wood open. No, he's not going to drive all the way. Timeout for Tennessee as he gets battled up down deep in there, and we have 1:02 left in the game. Timeout in the game. 1:02 to play. Tennessee and Kentucky are locked up at 45 each. Ferguson with Grandpa Joe Dean from Knoxville, Tennessee. We have 1:02 to go in the game. Tennessee and Kentucky are locked up at 45 apiece. And Joe, I would have to say that Southeastern Conference basketball action, particularly on Saturday afternoons, has picked up just exactly where it left off a year ago.
Strategy by Coach Don DeVoe. John, Tennessee hadn't had a field goal since 11:21 to go in the game when Wood scored a basket. Mainly because they've let the air out. They have looked for the percentage shot. They've missed a couple of little easy ones. And, of course, they almost went into a delay game with about 5.5 minutes to go.
That's right. So they've gone 10 minutes without a field goal, the Volunteers have, and they have the ball at the baseline in their offensive area. And there's a foul against Kyle Macy. Well, now, the foul by Macy will bring on a 1-and-1, I think,
He's
here.
only shot 3 times all year at the foul line, John. He's made 2 of the 3. And I'll tell you, it's tremendous pressure on this young man.
So Ralph Parton comes to the line for Tennessee. And he is a Kentuckian.
That's what I've been saying, you know, Johnny.
He's a senior, and
nothing he'd love better.
He's facing a 1-on-1. But now
against the Wildcats.
This could break the game open either way.
Oh, no question. It's 1-1. The big one's a big one.
He made it.
He got it. Look at him.
So Tennessee is ahead by 1.
I bet he don't remember shooting it.
And let's see what he will have on this one as Parton puts Tennessee 2 points ahead.
Both. He got them both.
So it's 47-45 Tennessee with 1 minute to play in the game. Kentucky has the ball and a chance to tie again. Macy across the line. Williams with the ball. Man-to-man defense for Tennessee. 50 seconds to play. Tennessee leads by 2. That is Macy into Bowie. Turnaround jumper. Good. Lays it against the glass, and the game is tied again.
40
this time
seconds.
at 47 apiece.
You can see the clock on your sheet, on your screen. 35 seconds.
Now here's Parton again with the basketball. Tennessee not exactly letting the air out because there's not nearly as much time to play. Tennessee will have to get a shot in a hurry. And here is Kentucky applying a little more pressure. Less than 20 seconds to go in the game. Parton looks up the clock, calls timeout.
16
we have 16 seconds to go in the game. And it briefly is this. We come down to one final shot if the Volunteers could get it away over the touchy and sticky and intense defense applied by Kentucky. I noticed that at the Kentucky conclave over here on the right of us that Joe Hall has just had some private words with Kyle Macy. Of course, Macy is his mainstay, and Macy is the fellow who brought him the victory with the last-second shot at the buzzer against Auburn the other night. And over at the other way, we have Tennessee also in a heated strategical conference as Don DeMoe and his staff are intently trying to impress their players, who are all seated, by the way, with the importance of doing exactly the right thing for 16 seconds. Telecast time for that game will be 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. Now Tennessee with the ball. Everybody leaves Carter. Timeout again. He didn't have anybody to whom to throw the ball, and so he called timeout very alertly.
Good, smart call by Carter.
He has 1 left. Kentucky has 3. 16 seconds to go in the game. The score is tied 47-all. Carter will throw it in now, and he gets the ball into Parton. Kentucky wants to prevent the shot if possible. Parton made 2 free throws. Here's a hook pass over here to Ray. Ray to Carter. Carter to Wood. The shot. Good! And with 2 seconds to play, Wood makes a shot. 2 seconds to go in the game, and Kentucky calls timeout. What a big shot!
He's their shooter. John, they worked it beautifully.
Let's look at it again.
There's the replay. They moved it. They didn't get nervous. Ray's got the ball. Good penetration. Kicks it to the far right corner. There's the pass to Wood, and can he shoot that basketball?
Howard
a little iron, but it's settled.
Howard Wood hits the basket to put Tennessee ahead by 2 with 2 seconds left of the game. Of course, all is not lost for the Wildcats because the good inbound play can put you in position for a shot with 2 seconds to go, and Kentucky still has a chance. But what a game here today to start our Southeastern Conference Saturday game of the week for 1980. Tennessee leads by 2, and the crowd has gone stone wild. Maybe it'll be Bowie or Williams. The clock doesn't start until there's possession. Here's Bowie. Timeout. 1 second to go in the game, and they want the basketball at the side to get the one pass in and then the shot. Great strategy by Coach Hall of Kentucky. And I'll tell you, strategy, a good move called under duress. Macy's on the left side. The clock doesn't start until somebody on the floor has possession. Here comes the play. It goes to Cowan. Cowan shoots it. It is no good. Tennessee wins the game. Next week, LSU in Georgia from Athens, Georgia. The final score here is Tennessee 49, Kentucky 47. This is John Ferguson with Joe Dean. Thank you and goodbye from Knoxville, Tennessee.